Look at Joe. Good old Joe. Look at him run. Look at him sweat. Joe is the hardest working hunter in the tribe. He wakes up before the sun. He sharpens his spear until his fingers bleed. He chases the antelope until his lungs burn. Every single day, Joe brings home fresh meat. He is strong. He is fast. He is exhausted. Now look at the fat chief. Look at him. He is currently asleep on a pile of soft furs. He hasn't thrown a spear since the last ice age. His belly is so big it has its own gravitational pull. Yet look at the back of his cave. It is overflowing with dried meat, mountains of bananas, and piles of shiny rocks. Joe looks at the chief and scratches his messy hair. He thinks, is the chief using magic? Did he sacrifice a goat to the sky god? No, Joe. The chief is not a magician. The chief is just lazy. But he is lazy in a very smart way. While Joe is out there working for his food, the chief has figured out how to make his food work for him. Joe is playing the game of addition. The chief is playing the game of multiplication. And today, we are going to learn the chief's secret weapon, the weapon that hunts while you sleep, the weapon called compound interest. To understand this magic, we must stop thinking about spears and dead mammoths. Dead things do not make babies. We need to think about rabbits. Imagine Joe goes hunting. He throws his spear. Whoosh! He hits a rabbit. Bam! Dinner is served. This is simple interest, or as I call it, the spear strategy. One throw, one kill. 1 day of work, 1 day of food. If Joe breaks his leg and cannot throw the spear, Joe starves. The math is simple. Output equals input. It is honest work, but it is a trap. You are a slave to your own muscles. Now look at the fat chief. Years ago, the chief caught 2 rabbits, a male and a female. Did he eat them? No. His stomach grumbled, but he put them in a cage. He waited. Nature did its thing. The 2 rabbits wrestled, and suddenly there were 4 rabbits. Did the chief eat them? No. He waited. The 4 rabbits wrestled and became 8, then 16, then 32. This, my friends, is compound interest. It is the art of letting your money make babies, and then letting those babies make their own babies. In the financial tribe, your principal is the first 2 rabbits. The interest is the baby rabbits. Most hunters are stupid. They wait for the interest, the baby rabbit, to appear, and they immediately roast it over the fire. Yum, yum. But then they are back to having just 2 rabbits. They broke the cycle. The fat chief understands the golden rule of the cave. Don't eat the babies. So if the secret is just keeping rabbits, why isn't everyone in the tribe rich? Why is Joe still running until his heart explodes? Because of the straw, the tiny invisible tube that sucks the life out of your wealth. That straw is called impatience. Let's look at Joe's cousin, Bob. Bob heard the chief's secret. Bob decided to start a rabbit farm too. Bob put 1,000 shiny rocks, let's say that's $1,000, into the magic cave, the market. After 1 year, the rocks grew by 10%. Now he has 1,100 rocks. Bob looks at the extra 100 rocks. He thinks, ooh, that's enough for a new leopard skin loincloth. He takes the 100 rocks out. He buys the loincloth. He looks cool, but his cave still only has 1,000 rocks. 10 years later, Bob still has 1,000 rocks. He has bought 10 loincloths, sure, but he is still poor. Meanwhile, the fat chief let his rocks sit there. Year 1, 100. Year 2, 210. Year 10, the rocks have more than doubled, and the chief didn't lift a finger. The problem with humans is that our brains are built for the Stone Age. We want food now. We want pleasure now. We cannot see the mountain of meat waiting for us in the future because we are too focused on the single berry in front of our face today. Compound interest is boring in the beginning. It is like watching grass grow or watching a turtle race a snail. Joe gets bored. Joe wants action. So Joe kills the goose that lays the golden eggs because he wants a chicken nugget. To listen closely, hunters, the elders have scratched a magic formula on the highest peak of the mountain. It is called the Rule of 72. You want to know when your pile of bananas will double? You don't need a shaman. You just need simple caveman math. Take the number 72, divide it by your interest rate. The answer is the number of years it takes to double your money. If the Magic Cave gives you 10% return, 72 divided by 10 equals 7.2 years. Every 7 years, your wealth doubles. 7 years, double. 14 years, it quadruple. 21 years, 8 times the size. But here is the scary part. It works backwards too. If you borrow bananas from the neighboring tribe at 20% interest, 72 divided by 20 is 3.6 years. Every 3.5 years, your debt doubles. This is why the fat chief owns the cave, and Joe cleans the floor. One earns compound interest, the other pays it. Einstein, the smartest shaman of the modern tribe, reportedly said, "Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it." So, my fellow primitive friend, the fire is dying down, and it is time to make a choice. You can be Joe. You can sharpen your spear every morning. You can trade your sweat for meat until your back breaks and your teeth fall out. It is an honorable life, but it is a hard life. Or you can start building your trap today. You don't need a mountain of gold to start. You just need 2 rabbits, 1 shiny rock, 1 small seed. Plant it, water it, and for the love of the fire god, leave it alone. Let time do the hunting for you. Let the compound effect turn your small snowball into an avalanche that will crush your enemies, or at least pay for your retirement. Stop running. Start breeding. Class dismissed. Now go catch some rabbits.